but in a good way.
Really? All right, come on, man. You got it.
All right, people, what's up? So, headed back to my car and leaving the stadium and all that. Disappointing loss, I suppose, but at the same time, this is kind of what what I expected at least, when we knew who all was going to be able to travel. We expected a lot of the academy kids to play. They're going to make mistakes. They're learning. There's really no cohesion as far as, the senior players trying to play with these academy players and figure out how to make it work. So, in my opinion, it's what we should have expected. So, it is what it is. On to the next one. I had a great time. I will see some of you, hopefully a lot of you, in Ohio on August the 3rd. So I'll see you all then. Later. All right. Once again, people, I'm back. This time I'm with my brothers. I'll have them introduce themselves, but I brought them along, not necessarily City fans per se, but wanted to have this experience with them, do something together as a family.
People, this is Tim Peterson. I am the baby brother, but as you'll see, I am the most attractive one, but we'll talk about that later. I will say this is my third time accompanying Tarek to one of the exhibitions for Man City, and I'll say while I'm not necessarily a soccer fan or a Man City fan, as Tarek mentioned, I enjoy myself immensely every time I come. It's something that me and my oldest brother get to do, together. We don't spend a lot of time together like we used to, but this is definitely something that I cherish. And while the result did not go in our favor, it was still worth the trip. It's always worth the trip. And I know that they are going on tour, and I do anticipate, seeing them once again before they head back across the pond. So definitely 2 thumbs up for this experience.
What's up, everybody? This is Will Peterson, the middle child, also the smartest of the 3. And so this was my first experience of going to see Man City live and in person. It was a great experience I won't forget, to watch the interactions of all the fans and just the experience of how both sides, both teams, and how they were out there. And when you say fans and fanatics, it's a real thing when it comes to soccer, as I'm learning. To see it in person, it was definitely an experience. I would say everybody should do it at least once, but it was an experience, something I would definitely do again. Just watching how it all plays out, watching Tarek and how he goes, how he goes hard for the team. It was a great experience all the way around. Again, can't wait to do it again. And so, Man City, respect.
Yes, so the first one I went to was in Nashville, Tennessee. I believe that was in 2018. The team they played escapes me. Say that again.
Tottenham Hotspurs.
Tottenham. Okay.
That team, yeah.
That team. There you go. That was my first time, and I'll say while I enjoyed it, I had no expectation. I had no real frame of reference. I only went again because my big brother said, "Hey, you want to come? Come through." And I'm always going to take that trip. The next time was in Green Bay, and once again, while I may have forgotten that the team,
Yeah, that one was Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich. See, he knows. Um, but again, that rained. I wouldn't say it rained out, but there was a lot of rain, a lot of lightning. So that definitely impacted the experience. I won't say it hindered, but it did impact the experience. But see, with that one, I was with more than just my big brother. I was with, my sister, my nieces, and we had an amazing time still. This time, we brought the middle brother along, so it was a trifecta, which I think really added to it.
So he's gone to two. He's gone to two others. This is your first one.
my first
Tell me
one.
about that experience. How did it compare to what you expected?
How did it compare to what I expected? Honestly, I didn't really know what to expect because again, I've never been in person. I've only seen it, and I've seen where everybody's jumping around and yelling the entire time, and whereas that's always been overseas. That's not been in the United States. So and then you only see bits and pieces of it, what they show. But what I really just kind of I actually expected the game to be a little bit faster paced, because I'm just used to extending my soccer experience and just watching kids going up and down, So to sit there and as Tarek was explaining the game to me, because I sat right next to him. So as things are happening, I'm asking you a million and one questions as to what's going on and why are they doing this, why are they doing that, and so you're explaining it to me. So for me, it was a lot different than what I expected, but at the same time, it was a great experience just watching everybody kind of in sync as how they rooted, they cheered and discussed the strategy and why are they doing this, why are they doing that. Everybody getting mad at the same time. That was always a good thing to see. And then obviously because they lost, a couple of those goals that happened, everybody was going hard on the reason or the person who may or may not have been at fault for some of those goals. So watching all of that, and so it was definitely an experience that I was like, oh yeah, next time I can watch it from a little bit more of I have a little bit more experience, really a knowledge base for the next time. So
I think that's the thing that made this trip probably the best one yet, is because I did have more of a frame of reference. I did have an expectation. I do know that, Man City fans go hard for the club, not just in the U.S., but you had folks coming from across the pond. But I also had a greater frame of reference concerning the rules of the game. So when I see the up and down, I can understand a little bit better, why certain calls were made, or why folks were cheering or booing based on what was happening, in the game. So I think that really did enhance the experience for me, even more so than the first two. It was definitely worth it. Like I said, this is the first leg of their tour, I believe, and I do anticipate kind of catching at least one more game before they head back. So looking
That
forward
was
to
going
it.
to be my follow-up question. 3 times for you, first time for you. Is it an experience that you think you would want to do again in the future? Obviously, we already have something booked for August in Ohio, but once this season is over with, would you want to go to more matches, whether it was here or overseas?
I will definitely go to more matches. I would like to go to a match overseas. I feel like that experience would be pandemonium, but in the best way. So that is definitely now on the bucket list. Um, but until that happens, I will definitely be catching more matches here in the U.S. I know, like you said, we have Columbus coming up, but even beyond that, subsequent years, you'll definitely see me. I'm not saying I'm converted to a fan yet, but the more time I experience this, the more not only do I enjoy the experience, but the more I tend to just root for the club, not just because of family ties, but because of the energy that the club itself, the fans, they exude that energy, and it's contagious. So again, looking forward to it.
What he said. No, I'm just playing. No, but for real, for me, it was the first one, and so like I said, it was a great experience. I would definitely do it again outside of like next year and things like that. I would definitely do it again. Now that I kind of know what to expect, know how to maneuver, know how to go. The way that some people go for the club, I might not go that hard, but I would definitely go. Get in there and just kind of have a good time and just kind of watch the game. And now that I have a little bit better frame of reference as far as what's going on, and how things go, I would probably definitely be watching it from a little bit more of a wire. What am I trying to say?
With more knowledge.
Yeah, with more knowledge, basically. Yeah, and so definitely would do it again, and then next time I'll be able to jump around, and I gotta get the songs and stuff, how to go, and all the chants. I gotta get all the chants going, so I can really know how to jump around.
My thing is, I definitely want to learn the chants. The crew that we were with, and the surrounding fans. You hear them chanting. You can't help but want to participate, want to be a part of that. So that's on the list as well. Next time I go, I want to at least know part of the chant so that I can, chime in and join it. So, again, looking forward to it. No complaints. No complaints.
Appreciate y'all.
Hey, most definitely.